Dealers don't want you to know this. Some of 2025's most hyped trucks are now gathering dust on their lots. From overpriced flops to electric misfires, these are the 18 pickups no one's buying this year. GMC Canyon. The GMC Canyon should be a no-brainer, but somehow it's struggling. Redesigned for 2023, it packs a turbocharged engine, sharp styling, and upscale features that scream premium. You think buyers would be lining up, but they're not. Why? Pricing. Starting at $38,395 and climbing past $55,000 for fully loaded AT4X models. The Canyon encroached on full-size territory. Buyers look at it and think, why pay nearly full-size money for a mid-size truck? Sales numbers don't lie. Only 6,122 units moved recently. And it's not that the truck is bad. Service bulletins about roof dents and automatic car wash issues have hurt confidence, and dealerships are forced to layer on incentives just to move inventory. Here's the kicker. That slow movement creates an opportunity for smart businesses. Dealers desperate to cut losses are offering up to $8,000 off MSRP, sometimes with special financing deals. That means you can drive home a nearly brand new Canyon for far less than it's technically worth. You're essentially getting premium features, turbo power, and a stylish, capable mid-size truck at a discount that rarely happens in today's markets. But if you think the Canyon struggle is rough, wait till you see what happens when Jeep tried to turn an icon into a truck. Jeep Gladiator. The Jeep Gladiator had all the right ingredients. Wrangler DNA, removable roof, off-road prowess. On paper, it should dominate, but the reality? Sales have tanked. 8,838 units, down 47.7% year over year. The problem isn't capability, is that the Gladiator is a weekend warrior, not a daily driver. The ride on highways is bouncy, steering feels vague, and wind noise can be maddening. Mainstream buyers don't get it. They see the price tag and off-road focus and move on, leaving dealers stuck with inventory. That means incentives are available, often $8,000 under MSRP. For someone who actually uses their truck off-road or for weekend adventures, that's a steal. You get unmatched trail capability, removable doors, and a truck that literally lets you live the Jeep lifestyle. It's a niche, but that's where the opportunity lies. While the masses dismiss it, enthusiasts get a chance to snag a highly capable mid-size off-roader without paying the premium price it initially demanded. One tried too hard to be rugged, the next, too smart for its own market. Honda Ridgeline. The Honda Ridgeline has always been the odd one out. It's comfortable, innovative, and car-like, but Americans just don't see it as a real truck. That hurts sales. With just 9,560 units sold, it offers smart features like a dual-action tailgate, in-bed trunk, and smooth ride quality. But traditional truck buyers want body-on-frame toughness, while car buyers expect efficiency. The result? Rising dealer incentives and unsold inventory. And for someone who looks past perception, the Ridgeline is a hidden gem. It's reliable, comfortable, and packed with clever features that you can actually use. While the market rejects it, savvy buyers can score deep discounts, getting a truck that rides like a car but hauls like a true mid-size. In short, the Ridgeline flips the usual truck rules. It's not about towing bragging rights or oversized road presence. It's about value, comfort, and smart utility. For buyers who prioritize real-world usability over image, the Ridgeline isn't just a bargain, it's a steal. And while Honda fights for attention, Nissan's full-size dream is collapsing in slow motion. Nissan Titan. The Nissan Titan has been a long fight for Nissan. They spent 2 decades and billions of dollars trying to crack the full-size truck market dominated by Ford, GM, and Ram. But the Titan just couldn't compete. Despite competitive specs, a 5.6-liter V8 engine producing 400 horsepower, towing up to 9,320 pounds, and a 5-year 100,000-mile warranty, the numbers tell a brutal story. Only 232 units sold in the past 2 months, and production is officially ending this summer. Here's the real problem. These trucks are sitting on lots for an average of 187 days, and the floor plan financing costs can exceed $300 per month per vehicle. Some dealers have told me that carrying costs now surpass the value of the truck itself. They're bleeding money every month just to keep these Titans on the lot. and many would rather give them away than watch losses pile up. For buyers, though, this misfortune becomes an opportunity. With production ending, the Titan is becoming a discontinued model, and dealers desperate to cut losses are offering discounts up to $12,000 off MSRP. That means you can drive a fully loaded truck with delivery miles only, for a fraction of its original price. Beyond savings, Titans could become a future collectible, with limited production and iconic full-size specs that enthusiasts might prize in the years to come. Yet even that failure looks mid next to a $100,000 monster that's literally breaking under its own weight. GMC Hummer EV. The GMC Hummer EV was supposed to redefine electric trucks, but it's running into a harsh reality. With a $110,000 price tag, 1,000 horsepower, and a curb weight exceeding 4 tons, it looks like a beast on paper, but in real life it's a giant problem. The truck is so heavy that it can damage garage floors, burn through tires quickly, and guzzle electricity faster than many EVs can keep up. Sales reflect these practical issues. Only 4,646 units have ever been sold, far below GM's projections. Dealers describe showrooms filled with Hummer EVs that people only come to look at and take pictures of, but rarely buy. The luxury and tech wow factor is impressive, but for anyone expecting a usable daily driver, the Hummer EV disappoints. Despite all this, there's a silver lining for the right buyer. Early units of the Hummer EV represent cutting-edge electric truck technology. With low production numbers and enormous hype, these trucks could become niche collectibles in the future. For enthusiasts who want to be part of the EV revolution, or simply grab an eye-catching, high-powered truck at a relative discount, the Hummer EV is an opportunity hidden behind its impracticalities. This truck proves that even when sales stumble, innovation and rarity can make a vehicle worth considering if you understand the market and are willing to embrace its quirks. From oversized excess to undersized confusion, the next one can't decide what it wants to be. The Hyundai Santa Cruz. The Hyundai Santa Cruz promises to bring a compact pickup to a market full of full-size dominance, but it's struggling to find its identity. With only 579 units sold and a 31% sales drop in June, it's clear the Americans aren't buying it in large numbers. The problem? Positioning. The Santa Cruz is not truck enough for traditional truck buyers, but not efficient enough for car buyers. It seems more like a bad crossover than a genuine pickup, and it doesn't have the ability to tow or haul. Pricing doesn't help either. The starting price is higher than the Ford Maverick, which offers better efficiency and hybrid options. Buyers expecting a small, versatile utility vehicle end up feeling underwhelmed. Dealers are left with slow-moving inventory and have to rely on incentives to make it happen. Slow sales mean steep dealer discounts, making it possible to grab a nearly new vehicle loaded with features that are rare in its segment. If you're looking for a practical, city-friendly truck with unique appeal, this little crossover pickup hybrid might just be exactly what you need, at a price that others aren't willing to pay. But not every truck's downfall is size. Sometimes it's the smallest flaw that cracks a giant's armor. GMC Sierra. The GMC Sierra, often seen as the Silverado's upscale sibling, continues to move strong numbers. 60,035 units sold in the recent reporting period. But even with solid sales, the Sierra isn't immune to growing pains. A recall on the front grille, affecting thousands of units, has slightly slowed its momentum and stirred questions about quality control. For many customers paying premium prices, that's not something they overlook easily. Despite the setback, the Sierra remains one of the most desirable full-size trucks in America. With its sleek design, luxurious Denali trimmings, and cutting-edge Super Cruise hands-free driving technology, it truly combines elegance and power. Yet consumer fatigue over small but repeated recalls have started to show. Drivers who expect premium reliability from a $70,000 pickup are becoming more cautious. Dealers have been managing the situation carefully. Recall notices are being handed swiftly, but the PR hit is real. Many customers are wondering if paying extra for the Sierra still guarantees better quality than its Chevrolet twin. Sierra's high towing capacity, cutting-edge technology, and prestigious brand help it maintain its market share. The challenge ahead is regaining the confidence of loyal buyers before quality fatigue turns into market loss. While one brand patches up recalls, another quietly tries to rebuild its reputation from the ground up. Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier should have been a comeback story. After years of neglect, Nissan finally gave it a full redesign, modern styling, and a capable powertrain, and solid off-road performance. On paper, it had everything buyers wanted in a mid-size truck. But timing can be cruel. The Frontier's rebirth happened just as the new Toyota Tacoma and Chevrolet Colorado stormed the market with aggressive redesigns of their own. Sales reached 10,674 units, but perception is killing it. Nissan's fading reputation in the truck segment, hurt by the Titan's collapse, makes buyers hesitant. Even though the Frontier's reliability and capability match the competition, people still associate the brand with the forgotten truck. The stigma alone keeps it sitting longer on lots than it deserves. Dealers know this, and they're fighting back with quiet but serious price drops. You'll find Frontier discounts reaching into the thousands, often undercutting the competition. It's one of those models where the issue isn't quality, it's image. For smart buyers who can see beyond badges, the Frontier is a sleeper deal. It's rugged, modern, and far better built than its reputation suggests. In a market obsessed with image, that makes it a rare kind of bargain. And just when things look steady, pricing sabotage from within, the same brand sends the next one spiraling. Ford Ranger. Ford Ranger sits in an awkward middle ground. It's a mid-size truck priced like a full-size. The base Ranger starts at $34,160, while the F-150 begins at $36,770. A difference so small that most buyers simply upgrade to the bigger, better-known model. That overlap has been the Ranger's biggest enemy. Add in recall issues and factory delays, and Ford's mid-size entry keeps losing ground. Only 1,158 units sold, even with strong performance and solid towing ability. Buyers walk into showrooms thinking value, then realize they're just a few $1,000s away from the F-150. A truck with more power, more space, and stronger resale value. Dealers feel the squeeze too. Many end up discounting Rangers aggressively just to move stock. But that's where opportunity appears. For value-driven buyers, this pricing conflict creates leverage. Dealers often shave thousands off MSRP to avoid keeping Rangers parked for months. If you don't need full-size capability but still want Ford toughness, this is the sweet spot. You're getting nearly the same DNA as an F-150, minus the bulk and with real savings attached. But if you thought that was bad, Chevy's next move proves that power alone can't save a poor strategy. Chevrolet Colorado. Chevrolet Colorado came into 2024 swinging, but it may have swung too hard. The redesigned truck features a powerful 2.7-liter turbocharged engine with 310 horsepower and up to 7,700 pounds of towing capacity. The ZR2 Bison trim, built for extreme off-roading, tops $60,000, a price that creeps dangerously close to full-size Silverado territory. That's where the trouble starts. The affordable base trims are gone, leaving buyers staring at high sticker prices. Sales have reached 17,856 units, but the growth has stalled. Dealers admit that top trim Colorados are slow movers, especially when full-size trucks with better towing and interior space cost just a few grand more. Yet buried under this pricing problem lies a genuine deal. With inventory piling up, Chevy is offering incentives and rebates to spark movement. That means mid-level trims, once out of reach, can now be had for far less. If you look past the initial sticker shock, the Colorado still delivers strong power, confident handling, and solid towing in a mid-size frame. It's a great truck, just mispriced. For buyers who time it right, that mistake becomes a major advantage. And for old-school missteps, we jump straight into the electric age, where hype burns faster than batteries. Rivian R1T. When the Rivian R1T first hit the scene, it was hailed as the truck of the future. Backed by Amazon, flush with funding, and boasting sleek design with cutting-edge electric performance. Rivian looked unstoppable, but that electric buzz has dimmed. Despite the early hype, Rivian reports zero retail sales in the latest period, marking a staggering 47% year-over-year decline. The company's focus has shifted to retooling and restructuring, leaving showrooms and reservation holders waiting in silence. Dealers and customers alike are left wondering if Rivian's early momentum can survive another production pause. Its problem isn't just the product, it's the business model. Rivian went direct to consumer, skipping traditional dealerships, which now means no dealer network to help move inventory during the slowdown. Still, it's hard to deny what Rivian accomplished. The R1T's quad-motor system offers future technology, remarkable off-road capability, and lightning-fast acceleration. But while performance isn't in question, execution is. Trucks are sitting idle, unsold, and production lines are quiet. For collectors and EV enthusiasts, that might make the R1T a golden ticket. As the first electric adventure truck ever mass-produced, early units could gain serious value once Rivian stabilizes, or if it doesn't. Much like early Teslas or first-gen electric sports cars, rarity drives desirability. Right now, Rivian's in limbo, but for those who believe in the long game, an early R1T isn't just a truck, it's a slice of electric history, still waiting to prove its place. One lost its footing, the next never even got the chance to stand. Lordstown Endurance. The Lordstown Endurance was supposed to be the symbol of America's electric manufacturing comeback, a bold, homegrown EV truck built in Ohio. Instead, it became one of the most dramatic collapses in automotive history. Only 31 trucks were ever produced, before the company went bankrupt and shut down operations entirely. The Lordstown plan was simple: create a reliable electric work truck for fleets and government buyers. But really hit hard. Funding dried up, production delays piled on, and quality concerns surfaced almost immediately. Reports of mechanical failures and software bugs emerged before the truck even reached customers. The numbers tell the story: 31 trucks built, 0 future production plans, and 100% of dealers left with empty lots. Bankruptcy filings confirmed the end of sales, leaving early investors and buyers stranded. What remains are a handful of trucks that may never see the road again, sitting as reminders of an overpromised year that couldn't survive the real world. And yet that's what makes Endurance fascinating. With so few built, it's now one of the rarest electric trucks ever made. For collectors or EV historians, it's less a vehicle and more a relic, a story frozen in time about the early chaos of the electric revolution. And if Lordstown was a collapse, this one's a ghost, a truck that never left the factory floor. Bollinger B2. The Bollinger B2 looked like something pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. With its boxy, minimalist design, aluminum body, and back-to-basics philosophy, it promised to combine rugged off-road utility with futuristic electric power. But promises were all it ever delivered. The company went bankrupt before a single unit reached a customer. 0 trucks were ever sold. Bollinger's concept was bold. The B2 was meant to tow up to 7,500 pounds, offer a 200-mile range, and feature removable panels for modular use. It captured attention in 2019 when pre-orders poured in, but as costs ballooned and production hurdles grew, the dream quickly unraveled. By 2022, Bollinger had canceled its consumer trucks entirely, refocusing on commercial EVs before ultimately collapsing under financial strain. Dealers never saw inventory, buyers never saw deliveries, and the automotive world quietly moved on. But collectors haven't forgotten. In the world of failed startups, Bollinger now represents a different kind of value, the what could have been appeal. Its prototypes, design models, and pre-production shells have become sought-after artifacts among investors and EV historians. The B2 dared to challenge the giants with raw innovation, but couldn't cross the finish line. Today it stands as a cautionary tale and a time capsule of the early EV gold rush, a reminder that even the boldest ideas can run out of charge before ever leaving the factory floor. After all that failure, it's time to see what success actually looks like. Toyota Tacoma. For years, the Toyota Tacoma has worn the crown of the mid-size truck market, but 2025 is testing that reputation. With 48,012 units sold, it's still the benchmark in its class. Yet cracks are beginning to show. Tacoma's strength, its no-nonsense reliability, is also its weakness. The truck's 3.5-liter V6 engine and 6-speed automatic transmission have barely evolved in years. While rivals like the Chevy Colorado and Ford Ranger have rolled out turbocharged powertrains and advanced infotainment tech. In a market obsessed with innovation, Tacoma is starting to feel like a veteran refusing to adapt. Off-road, the TRD Pro remains a beast. It climbs, crawls, and conquers just about anything. But for everyday buyers, the story is shifting. Rising prices and minimal interior upgrades have made some questions whether legendary reliability still justifies the premium. Toyota's latest trims now push past $45,000, dangerously close to full-size territory. Even dealers usually confident in moving Tacomas off the lot are noticing a subtle slowdown. Inventory turnover that once took weeks is now stretching into months, as younger buyers lean toward tech-packed alternatives or hybrids. But even legends can age, and one of America's best-selling trucks is starting to feel the years. Ram Pickup. The Ram Pickup, once celebrated for redefining truck luxury, is facing a turning point. Despite impressive sales, 63,235 units recently, it's clear that the strategy shifts and aging models are catching up. Ram's focus on fleet sales over retail buyers has helped keep numbers afloat, but it's also created perception issues. The once premium image of a Ram truck risks being diluted as more end up in commercial fleets instead of driveways. Beneath the surface, the Ram remains stellar, with a 5.7-liter Hemi V8 plush SUV traits, a spacious cabin, and a 12-inch touchscreen, and the best interior ergonomics in its class. Yet the competition is evolving faster. Ford and GM have newer engines, hybrid options, and fresher designs. Ram's current generation, introduced in 2019, now feels due for a major update. The other issue? Inventory. Dealers are struggling with 150-plus days of unsold stock, far above the ideal 60-day level. Ram has been providing substantial incentives, cash bonuses, and low-rate financing to move older models. While that helps in the short term, it eats into margins and signals weakening retail demand. Still, for buyers, this situation hides a golden opportunity. Discounts on the outgoing generation make it possible to get a premium truck for thousands less. For those who value comfort and power over having the newest badge, the Ram remains a deal too good to ignore. Then again, while big trucks slow down, a small one quietly rewrites the rulebook. Ford Maverick. The Ford Maverick has quietly become one of the most talked about pickups in America, selling 27,858 units recently. It's proven there's massive demand for a small, affordable, fuel-efficient truck. Starting under $30,000, the Maverick is a refreshing alternative to oversized, overcomplicated full-size pickups. But as demand soared, so did its problems. Ford's quality control has been under pressure. Software incompatibilities caused temporary stop-ship orders for the hybrid version of the Maverick and 12-volt battery recall concerns. While none of these problems were catastrophic, they exposed cracks in Ford's rapid expansion strategy. Production struggled to keep up, leaving many buyers waiting months or even a year for delivery. Still, when it's running right, the Maverick nails its mission. The 2.5-liter hybrid engine delivers up to 42 miles per gallon in the city, something unheard of in the pickup world. It's small enough for city driving, yet capable enough for light towing and DIY projects. The interior, though simple, is practical and comfortable, appealing to younger drivers and budget-conscious families. Dealers can't keep them in stock. Supply constraints mean many sell at or above MSRP, and Ford's online reservations often close due to overwhelming demand. It's a rare case where scarcity actually boosted excitement. Despite the recalls, the Maverick remains one of the best value propositions in the entire truck market. For the first-time truck owners or city dwellers, it's the perfect middle ground, economical, easy to drive, and surprisingly capable. When Toyota dares to mess with a formula that fans swore was untouchable. Toyota Tundra. The Toyota Tundra has always been known as the quiet workhorse of the full-size truck segment, steady, reliable, and built to last. But this time Toyota took a bold leap that not every fan welcomed. The latest Tundra ditched the beloved 5.7-liter V8 in favor of a twin turbocharged V6 hybrid. On paper, it's more powerful and fuel efficient, but in reality, it's divided its audience. Traditional truck buyers who trust simplicity over sophistication aren't all convinced. In its latest quarter, Toyota sold 25,390 Tundras, a decent number but well below Ford's or Chevy's volume. Moving to a hybrid-only powertrain produced unforeseen complications. The high-tech configuration produces great torque, as much as about 583 pound-feet, but adds unnecessary complexity and cost. New owners have reported mixed results. Some appreciate the fuel cost savings, while others complain about the complexity of use and the cost of service. Dealers are also feeling the strain. Constraints in hybrid battery supply have restricted inventory, which has led to some dealerships operating with fewer than 10 units on hand. While this inventory constraint has supported prices, it has also forced some customers to competitor brands that offer only a traditional engine. For Toyota, the risk was calculated, moving the brand's truck toward a future where fuel efficiency and torque define strength, not just cubic inches. And finally, we end with the truck that broke the internet, and maybe itself in the process. Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck isn't just a vehicle, it's a cultural phenomenon. With over 1 million pre-orders since its reveal, it was supposed to redefine what a pickup could be. But the reality? Far more complicated. Since deliveries began, Tesla has sold roughly 3,974 Cybertrucks, yet nearly 46,000 units have already been hit by recall notices. It's a recall rate no automaker wants attached to a new launch. From sticky accelerator pedals to panel alignment issues, the truck's early days have been riddled with growing pains. Priced between $80,000 and $100,000, many customers expected perfection. Instead, they got what feels like a public beta test. Even Tesla fans admit the truck often spends more time in service centers than on the road, as technicians race to address software and hardware issues on the fly. Market perception is shifting. The hype remains strong online, but among real owners, patience is thinning. The design is unlike anything else. Angular, stainless steel, futuristic, but its practicality is questionable. The ride quality, visibility, and repair cost have sparked heated debate. Dealers don't exist in Tesla's model, but service centers are overloaded. For Tesla, every Cybertruck problem plays out in real time across social media. Still, its novelty factor keeps it valuable. Some trucks rise, others crash, but smart buyers always spot the hidden deals. Hit like, smash subscribe, and turn on the bell. The next automotive shocker is coming fast.